Hello everyone, it's Rick Passek, the FlyFish Fanatic, and welcome to my tying bench. Today a small little nymph, probably more suited for the rivers than the lakes, but I have caught fish in the lakes as well, but definitely a better river pattern. It's a little Chadwicks killer bug variant. So if you know what a Chadwicks killer bug is, it's using a certain chenille called, or wrap called Chadwicks 477, which is no longer made, unfortunately, but a few companies have come out with substitutes. Upavons is one of them, and I've experimented with it, and I really like it. It's very close to the original. Semperfly makes one as well that's fairly close to the original. I like the Upavons one because it's smaller, so you can go back and forth and build up what you need. Like the Semperfly one, it's a little thicker, so it's better for bigger bugs. But this I tie in anywhere from a 16 up to about a 10, and I put a heavy tungsten bead on the front. And if you have it, I've run out. I have to get some. I've said this in a couple of videos now. Some flat lead or some lead. Just put that underneath the body just to help get that thing down faster. And this is a bit of a variant. It's not the original Chadwicks killer bug, because the Chadwicks killer bug is a bead and this stuff. That's it. This has got a little bit of Antron for the tail and a little bit of dubbing around the by the bead, right behind the bead, just to make it look a little buggier. So, but alrighty, hope you guys enjoy this one. Let's get tying. So in the vise today, we have an Ahrex FW540 size 12. I tie these in a 10, 12, 14, sometimes a 16, but 10, 12, 14. This is kind of a take on the, I can't even remember what it's called now. I'll remember it later on. But it's using Upavons Chadwicks 477 substitute. We'll be using a little bit of floss for the tail. We'll be using some Hends Peacock dubbing for the thorax area. And then for the body, obviously, the 477 substitute, the Chadwicks, and then some 2mm wire, black. You can use black, you can use green, you can use red, you can use whatever colors you like. I tie them in quite a few different colors for the rib. So, okay, let's start with my black nano silk. I'm gonna run this right through my my wax just to make sure. Want it to stick nicely. Don't want this material to rotate. So just bring that all the way back. Just cut that off. Now, if you want this really heavy, put a couple of wraps of lead right behind the bead. I looked high, low, sideways, upwards, everywhere, and I can't find any of my sticky back or my round lead. I don't know where it went, so I'll have to be getting new stuff. But it's the way it is. It's the way it is when you move around, right? You just don't know where it went. So I just cut off a little bit of that Antron. Right. And a counterclockwise spin, so it actually goes up and over. Pinch wrap, pull that back off that bead, make sure it's off. There we go. And I'm just going to bring this all the way back. Open wraps is fine. And I want to go around the corner with this. So I want this one facing, almost facing down. So there we go. And then I'm going to just zip under that tail, and go over it, and zip under that tail, and go over it. Okay. Just to pull that out, and I just want a little bit of a tail there, so that's it. Okay. Now my wire. Depends how much of a rib you want. Like this is 0.2. Normally I do this with 0.1. So I'll show you guys the difference in a minute here between the the effects once I've tied This one, I'll show you one that I've done with a 0.1 red. But now I'm just going to add in my Chadwicks sub. Again, come all the way back to where that tail is tied in, and come back forward. Just stay right behind that. So now there's a couple of different ways I tie these. I'll tie it just a straight body like that and done. Or I'll tie one that's got a little bit of a taper to it and a little bulbous in the middle and in the front here, like that. Okay, so all I did is just went over top of it and back. So lock that in. Cut that out nice and close. It's going to get covered anyway. So now I do an opposite counter wrap. This can get a little tricky because of that taper, keeping it roughly spaced the same. It's not, again, not a huge deal. Fish can't really tell if it's spaced exactly right. It's more for the tire. But, okay, so that's that. So that's what it looks like with thicker. That's what it looks like with a thinner wire. Okay, so I'm just going to give this just a bit of a brush. That Chadwicks, a bit of a brush just to make it buggy. Just get a bit buggy. Okay. Now I take some of the Peacock dub. Now it depends which one you'd like out of here. I like the really dark green. It's almost black. It's the number 4. This one right here. The number 4. So this one. It's almost black. It's got a little bit of green in it, a little bit of blue in it, a little bit of red in it. And I'm just going to create a little bit of the Hinto legs. A little bit more to legs and thorax. Just going to go right behind that bead there. And I'll show you guys another version I tie as well once I'm done with this one. I tie quite a few different versions of these. They're very good. They work very, very well. They're so simple to tie too. I can pound these out so quick, it's not funny. But so now again, I'll just take the and just give it a little bit of a brush out. Not much. I don't want to overdo it. That's about it. That's about it. So there's that version. And I also tie one that's got a tuft out the front as well. So like that, right? It's got a little tuft up here. And they work as well. So this one doesn't have any rib. So like I said, I tie so many different versions, right, of this fly because it's just so effective when you're nymphing in rivers. And I've actually caught quite a few fish in lakes with these as well. But in rivers, these they just shine. They really do. They're just one of those little simple little nymphs to tie that just kick butt. So, okay, nice and buggy, super simple to tie. And you'll get 100 flies out of one of these little rolls from Upavons. So, alrighty, hope you guys enjoyed that one. If you did, give her a thumbs up. If you've subscribed, awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you. If you have not, please consider doing so. I'll be putting out probably 2 videos a week from now on in the winter here. And then go back down to 1 video a week again when fishing season is here so I can get my butt out. But yeah, I'll be doing 2 a week, probably Wednesdays and Sundays. And yeah, pay attention, see what I got in store for you guys. I got some cool giveaways coming up, and I've got a project I've been working on now for a couple months, and I'll be a couple, 3-4 months more. But I think you guys are going to love it. It's a huge, huge project for me. tons of writing and tons of work that I'm doing. So, but you guys will see when it comes out. It's it'll I think it'll be quite the success. I think people are going to love this. It's really going to help a lot of people. So, alrighty, enough yapping. Tie lines, everybody.